Hello, this is the American Report Card. I'm your host, Terry Burris. A question as to what the world would look like after the coronavirus pandemic. Would the world go back to the way we know of it? Let's take a good look at this. Let's start by analyzing what has taken place and break it down and see where we might be headed. Countries such as Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan did not have to shut their economies down. Why? Places that have effective governments and rely on experts and critical information acted early. The minute DNA sequence was published, they went out and did mass testing and contact tracing. When they received all this data, these countries now knew which sectors of their geography and population to possibly be shut down or isolated, and to take other precautionary measures that may have had to have gone into effect. This was the key to containing the virus early. South Korea itself proved to be a great model for containing the virus early. Here in the United States, how did we arrive to this great number of casualties, being over 1 million and over 100,000 deaths within a 2.5-month period? We were told before all of this that there were only 11 deaths and that this would all go away very quickly. And let's not forget, we were also told that the coronavirus was a political hoax by political opponents. The world views the United States as a great economy. It has great technology, great warring protocols. It may act slow sometimes, but eventually fulfills its duty. It can spend $700 billion on its military, but don't seem to have enough ventilators, face masks, and other medical needs to handle such a crisis. The covering has been taken off the American bubble. Expert scientists and doctors have used their knowledge and expertise to predict what was coming. But politicians, being bipartisan, took another path and said, that's simply not going to happen. Just like climate change, which is also affecting the world, and still many US politicians are politically ignoring it. The coronavirus has spoken and took the United States down. What will climate change eventually do to humanity? If our politicians were in sync and mirrored our science and medical community, the United States and the world would be better off. But there is an optimism here. It took a while during the time of the Spanish flu of 1918 that killed about a third of the world's population at that time. The world eventually enjoyed sports, arenas, bars, parks. Everything came back and better after that particular virus had subsided. COVID-19 hasn't destroyed that many human beings, at least not yet. Americans, before COVID-19, had a very strong economy, but as to no fault of the general public, it just simply became paralyzed. A wake-up call it definitely was. Out of this dilemma, the digital world is getting larger. Hopefully, new protective systems will be in place for the next crisis. A concentration on cleanliness and social distancing will probably continue. COVID-19 didn't discriminate on the basis of financial status, sex, or race, but our healthcare system was exposed worldwide. This will have to be addressed during the post-coronavirus period. This is the American Report Card, and I'm your host, Terry Burris. Thank you.